What's up, guys? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I can't sleep. And then it got me thinking about nostalgia, and if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Old memories of when, I was a kid or whatever come up a lot. I mean, it does for a lot of people. Think about old memories and, like, the good old days. A lot of the time, it just makes me sad, and I don't know if that's, like, a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if I'm sad because it's over and I can't go back to that time, or if I'm sad because like I regret decisions that I made or things that I didn't do when I was younger. Nostalgia to me is a great thing. I think you need it. I think a lot of people, that's what they live for. Honestly, I think a lot of people live for the next day to just think about tomorrow or think about the past. I think sometimes thinking about the past can either, it's going to bring your mood up and you're going to be like, man, like I'm so happy where I am. Or sometimes you do, the comparison thing again, where you think about your old self or just think about old times and you're like, man, like, I wish I could go back to that. Life right now sucks, That's like the power that nostalgia has on people. A lot of my memories kind of go to like family or friends that I used to have in high school. And I think about like old friendships like maybe I used to have. I used to be really close with people. And now I think like, what happened? Like, I don't know, your parents always say like when you get older, all your high school friends and middle school friends, like, you're not going to have those, blah, blah. I don't think that's true. I am fortunate enough, I have had the same friend group, and this is not a joke. I've had the same friend group. They're on the channel. You've seen them. They're in the banner since elementary school, since I was a little kid, and I am so lucky for that. But I've also had a lot of friends outside of that friend group who I've never talked to anymore. And I'm like, what happened? Why? And now talking to them, it's like talking to a complete stranger. And to me, that's so weird. How are you this close to somebody, and then randomly, like, just with time, things fade away, blah, blah, and now texting them feels awkward. A person who you would spend the night at their house, or they would spend the night at your house, it's a stranger now. Is that not the weirdest thing ever? I don't know, it makes me think, like, did I do something wrong down the road? Did I, not make the right decisions, blah, blah. I think that's just the way life goes. I mean, you fall out of relationships sometimes you make new ones. One of those things, it's super random when I think of nostalgia. Like, I could, maybe go on a drive, or I go camping somewhere that I used to camp, and then I just, like, look at something, and it's like, damn. It's like, damn, I miss those times, and it's like, what? You miss what times? You miss what times? Like, you were young, It's time to, like, move on with life, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't want to. I don't want to move on with life. I want to do exactly what I'm doing because I like what I'm doing and I want to do it forever. I know that's not how the world works, but I'm going to live the life the way I want to live it, Which is, I know, corny and cheesy, but it's true. I think nostalgia's good, but I almost think it puts something in your head that makes you think you have to, like, grow up. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like nostalgia puts like a thing on your shoulders that tells you like, all right, like you used to have this, but now you got to live life like this. Right now, the way I am and the person I am is the person I'm going to be forever. I know I'm going to have to be an adult and like grow up and do adult things, blah, blah. But I don't think my personality now is ever going to change because I don't want it to. I like the person I am and I want to continue to be the person that I am. So I think with nostalgia, it kind of throws like this point of view like, man, those were the good days, but we don't really have them anymore. That's not true at all. There's plenty more to come, and there's plenty of things to experience, and plenty of new people to meet. And even though like I know meeting new people is scary, it's terrifying. I'm a social butterfly, but meeting new people is very scary. I'm not gonna like belittle that. I don't know if you guys agree with this. You could watch this and you're like, this dude's out of his fucking mind. I don't know what he's talking about. It is also like 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's that time of the night where you're like, man. And you just sit there and think about life. I saw my best friend today. His name's Dalton. He's been on the channel. Super good guy. And I don't know. So I was just like thinking about, kind of good times and like how it was when we were growing up. And it sucks that, we are now grown up and we have to go do adult things. And you don't have the time to like see each other every day. But don't let time control your life. I know it's a thing that we don't have enough of, which blows, but if you truly care about somebody or truly care about something, you got to make time for it. And don't let like the past, don't compare that shit to now and be like, well, I grew up, time to grow up. You don't have to grow up. You can be exactly who you are as long as you're a good person. You know, if you got some problems, you might need to work on that. That's your business. But you can have the exact same personality as you did as a kid, but just be an adult. And I mean, I'm only 23, so I have a lot of growing up to do, but like, who gives a damn if like the things you love are kiddish or whatever I don't know, whatever it may be, like just be you, you know, it's cool. So I don't know. I know this is a super like random thing that I'm talking about, but I would talk to you guys the same way I would talk to like my family and friends because I care about your opinion and I want to know like your thought on it. So to finalize my thoughts on this whole like random jaunt, I do think nostalgia is a great thing. I think nostalgia is like beautiful. But I do think nostalgia sometimes is like bad. I think it makes you sad and it can kind of like bring your mood down. But overall, I do think nostalgia is a good thing. But in the comments below, let me know what you guys think. If you agree with like my outlook on things, if you have a different thought about it yourself. But yeah, those are just kind of my 2 cents on the whole, you know, nostalgia thing. And I also am probably just thinking about this because it is 2:30 in the morning now. So who knows, maybe I won't ever post this, maybe I will, but we will see. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.